So, two things we have to understand when we are creating object, that this is oops. So the memory must be allocated and must be initialized. If there is a pointer, it must be initialized. You can't leave it just as it is, isn't it? You understand the process context in which there is stack segment, code segment, data segment. Inside the data segment, there is something called heap, isn't it? Inside the data segment, there is another thing that is called initialized data, uninitialized data. You remember? Data segment के तीन parts, they have three parts: heap, initialized, uninitialized data. Now, when you do static storage allocation, data is put either in the initialized or uninitialized section of the data segment. Storage can be allocated before the program begins. How much memory will be allocated, and what will be the format, typecast of the allocated memory will be decided at the compile time. When the program loads into memory and the process context is created, memory is allocated even before the first statement is executed at runtime though. This storage exists for the lifetime of the program. The allocated memory will be allocated once in the beginning of the program and will continue throughout the lifetime of the program. Okay. And the memory will continue to exist and occupy space. Then you have stack allocated memory. You don't know about stack memory very well. That the memory is allocated in the stack segment. You know that the memory is allocated in the stack frames, in the stack, and the memory that is allocated is dynamic in nature. Dynamic in the nature means it will be allocated, deallocated, expand, shrink on demand depending on the amount of data. And the scope of the memory will be local to the function. Then you have heap memory. Heap memory is where the dynamic memory allocation is done. It is in this heap memory that the memory is allocated and deallocated at runtime. And the memory that is allocated, though the memory is in heap section, but the memory that is in the heap section is accessed through a pointer. And the pointer could be in the stack segment, stack frame, or the pointer could be in the data segment, depending on if it is local or global respectively. If your pointer is local, it will be in the stack segment, and from the stack segment it will be referring to the allocated memory in the heap segment. If the pointer is global in your code, then the pointer will be in the data segment, and from the data segment it will be referring to the heap where the memory is actually allocated.